we're live and we're ready, man. I'm excited about today, bro, because we got a guest, my best friend, Jaime, man. Hey,
up,
Jaime, how you doing, bro?
I'm good, dude.
Hey, good to have you here, bro.
Do you want me to head out?
So, I'm just kidding. I'm
gonna go take a nap.
Yo, Angel, bro, you know who this is?
I actually just met him today. How you doing, man?
Yo, Jaime. So Jamie's my best friend, okay?
Jamie's my best friend, bro. What are you talking about?
When I first met Jaime, I did not like him. Okay.
Yeah.
Because at the time I was dating this girl, and like he just moved in with us, right?
Hey,
he was the new roommate. Hold on,
real quick. This is what he said not to talk about, bro.
No, I didn't.
What the heck?
I don't care.
You don't care.
I don't care.
So like he just moved in with us, right?
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, I'm like, "Where's my girl at?" And they're like, "Oh, she's at the gym with Jaime." And then the first thing that went to my mind was like I'm working out with my girl, bro.
Bro, he was doing the squats.
I was never.
I got you.
I was never anywhere near them the whole time.
Hey,
I was literally in the other room. They were in the aerobics room.
Hey, but you know how like your mind be playing with you. You know what I'm saying? So in my mind, I was like, "Yo, they're squat." You know when you like spot somebody and you squat?
Oh my god!
I was like, and I was low key upset at Jaime.
David was like Mayweather. He was getting ready.
Bro. As soon as he came in, I think I asked you, right? I was like, "Yo, were you?"
I think so. And I was like, yeah, why?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, man, they're over there.
Yeah, like, yeah. She could squat.
No, I didn't say that.
No, I'm just kidding. But yo, Jamie's my best friend. I didn't like him at first, but then we built a really cool relationship, man. And I'm glad that you're here with us, Jaime. Thank you for being here.
Appreciate you having
Yo, tell us a little bit, who is Jaime?
Who's Jaime?
Yo, do you want to know who Jaime is?
I just met the guy. I don't know.
Yo, Jaime, tell us a little bit about you, bro, and what you do.
So I'm just like a living creative. So all I do is creative stuff. You name it, I try to do it. Most of the time, though, I spent like pretty much learning. So anything I did, every time I wanted to expound on any kind of aspect of my life, there's this thing called like hyperfixation, right? Mm-hmm. When you get super fixated on one thing and then you learn everything about it, get bored and go to the next.
You're throwing big words at me.
Yeah, I got confused.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
No.
So like,
this is good though.
I just get super hyped about one thing. I get hype. I learn it until I get bored, and then I learn something else. And then that's what I did to get to where I'm at now as far as creativity.
So you're kind of you zone in on one thing.
Yep.
You get
because
to it.
When I first met him, you were doing audio, right?
Yep.
And
Only
then
audio.
And then you actually went to Wabansi and took some courses.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to college for a year and a half. Didn't even finish because I was like, dang, I already know all this stuff.
Wow, yeah. It really be like that, honestly.
Hey.
And then from audio, you went to photography.
Photography.
And then you went to...
And the day that I got my camera, Dave asked to borrow it. And I just got it for my birthday. You remember that?
No, bro.
You took it to the boxing thing with Eddie. You took it out of town. Remember for his fight? I just got the camera a day ago.
Did you let him use it?
Yeah,
you're a real one. He's a real one.
He was like, bro, I promise you, I'll be careful with it. My family just bought me that.
Dang.
Man.
He just spent like $1,000 on that camera,
you
bro.
telling me that though.
I don't think I did because you needed it. So
I think I was like,
well, I'm not gonna use it yet. Yeah.
That's dope. I was gonna say like, yeah, Jaime. I've been knowing Jaime since I was 16 with David. So, and if you guys have any like basically the whole startup of this podcast was due to Jaime. He kind of like led me the right way. So appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, no, we're grateful. I mean, without Jaime, bro,
honestly,
I
joke around with Jaime.
No, but
this guy can do everything. He can rap. He can make beats. He can make videos.
And that's why I was worried when he was with my girl at the gym, right? Because I'm like, yo, this dude can skate.
This guy,
he's raw at rapping.
And you know, at the time, he had that long hair, bro. This man had curly, long hair. I was like, man, nah.
Bro, it was draping like half of his back, Joe. So I just picture like him, like, you know what I'm saying? Like working out with my girl, bro. Yeah, just like glowing, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
And I'm like, yo, you can skate.
Yeah, I still skate. Not as much anymore, but yeah, I still skate.
And you do photography, videography. You do. I know you draw. You paint too.
Yeah, graphic design.
Lighthouse
Studios. We rebranded, so now it's Studio 514.
Nice.
Yo, you went from Lighthouse to Studio 514.
Yeah, so it was just a way to like be more clean aesthetically, but still keeping the Lighthouse brand under the Bible verse. So the Bible verse that I started.
So yeah, so last time I went to your website, right? You had like this lighthouse there. what does the lighthouse mean?
So the lighthouse is based off of the Matthew 5:14 Bible verse, which says that you're a light on the top of the hill to shine for the world to see. So that is what trajected me to Lighthouse. Yeah. And I just love lighthouses. After so when I accepted, or when I became a part of my church back in like 2009 or 10, that was the verse that was given to me when I became a church member.
Nice.
What do you mean? They gave you that verse?
Yeah. So like you have to go through the whole church process of becoming a member of that church, like a real member. And so after that, they called me. He's like, we're going to welcome Jaime, to our church. He's a member. And this is the Bible verse that we picked for you. Wow. And it was that one. Yeah. So after that, I was just like, let's go.
It's crazy because you kind of like, in a way, are kind of like a light to people. Because like I couldn't be doing half the stuff I'm doing without Jaime's help looking.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing with Jaime. No, for real, bro, because a lot of people don't know this, but Jaime is literally the master of mind behind everything, even like my brand.
Yeah.
You go to my brand and you see a lot of my videos that I have there, the dope ones, you know what I'm saying? And Jaime's been helping me out with that, you know what I'm saying? And when I first started my business, this dude was just doing it out of the kindness of his heart. And even till this day, I'm like, yo, can you do a video for me? He's like, all right, bro, just give me a haircut. You know what I'm saying? Like, then I get, and I'm blessed because I get $1,000, video. Right. For like a haircut, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's love, bro. That's
so like,
love.
You have been blessing me in that area, and like,
yeah,
bro, I appreciate you. And now he's showing me how to play Halo. He got for real. He got me a PC, right?
Yeah.
For a couple haircuts.
Yep. Gave him a laptop.
I think I need to learn how to cut hair. I think honestly at this point, because I think he's gonna give me some gems here.
And then I was like, and this funny thing is that he's always wearing his hat.
Yeah. So I never really show the haircut.
So I give him a haircut, and he's like, all right, thanks, bro.
Yeah. So like, you get haircuts, but are they good?
Explain why. No. This is when he tells me though. Like when I get a haircut, he always like, bro, you always wear a hat. It's because when you wear a fresh taper with the hat, it looks clean. That's why last time I was trying to explain to you. That's why
I'm just trying not to style it.
That's why I always wear a hat.
I just don't want to style it.
Because I hate the blow drying and just put a hat on.
Like if I go out with my girl, we're going out to dinner. Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
But until then,
just a hat and just go. You know
we're
what I'm
all wearing hats.
Yeah, dude, I love literally. It. You know why though? You know why we're all wearing hats? Because our hair is all messed up.
Yep. Because we're lazy.
Bro, I kind of want to show people what.
No,
I'm down,
man.
I'm down.
Mine's probably bogus.
I'm down.
All right, go ahead. Yours first.
Yo,
dude.
I got
you're
listening to the audio
why
right
do you
now?
have like gold red hair at the top?
I dyed it.
Oh, cool.
Why does Jaime have to always like put me out on blast? I'm natural.
I'm just asking.
Yeah, it's just like
I don't really see your hair.
It's weird to see a guy with highlights.
Yeah. No. Well.
Oh, bro, please don't do that.
I think I'm gonna wear it like this.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect, dude.
I feel good. And you know what's funny? When we first started, when we talked about Jaime coming on, I was like, dude, give me his email. We gotta send him questions. We gotta do this. And then David's like, nah, Jamie's the homie.
Yeah. No.
We didn't literally do nothing else. And then Jamie's like, bro, you never sent me nothing. I was like, nah, we're good.
Yeah.
No,
like,
because
no, bro, I want to be professional about this. When you come on the podcast, I'm gonna give you stuff to say.
Yeah.
And I get literally the night before, I'm like, yo, you didn't send me anything.
Yeah, literally.
So much for that.
Okay, so Jaime, I want to tell people a little bit more about you. So you are white?
Nope.
What are you?
No, I just look white. I feel like low key I've been fighting for my color my whole life. Like for real. I feel like my entire life I've been like, I'm not white. And then when people say it, like I get frustrated because I'm like, yo, I was literally born in Puerto Rico.
You know
but
what?
I get it. I don't look like it.
Yeah, you got to spit a couple bars or talk like with slang.
Yeah.
I've been in places or restaurants where like the person would come and they'll speak Spanish to me because,
Bro, when I see you, I would speak Arabic to you. I'm serious.
For real?
Actually, you know what? You look like you could be like 4 different races. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro.
I got Indian before.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, for real. I was working at an Indian restaurant and some guy came up to me. He's like,
you were working in Subway?
what are you talking about? You do not talk.
Bro, we got the doctor in the background, man. We got Doc here, man.
We got Doc here. And you know what? We're going to have him in a podcast. Not now, though, Doc.
Yeah, definitely will, though.
But we will. Yo, but I want to know a little bit more about Jaime, though. So,
yeah.
Puerto Rican, born in Puerto Rico or what?
Yep, born there.
He's like, Puerto Rican, handsome.
Yeah, I was born, I believe, in San Juan. I got to check my birth certificate, which is weird. But grew up in Rio Piedra. And then when I moved over here, I was like 2 or 3.
Yeah, boy,
Miami.
Puerto Rican. Boricua. Hey, I'm gonna have Puerto Rican too. So
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah, but it's not about you, bro.
Hey, back
so
off,
Jamie,
okay?
like, tell us a little bit about your childhood, bro. Like, how was your upbringing?
Oh, bro, it was dope. Like, so.
So, were you like, because nowadays, kids don't even go outside.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You were in that part of that era?
What, where we don't go outside?
Yeah, we just like in the house
absolutely
video
not.
games.
No, I was every day I would want to be outside. I never stayed at home. I would go home to drop all my stuff off and then leave and then go outside. Whether I was like skateboarding, whether I was like going to see what my friends were doing, riding my bike over. You would know back in the day, you would know where your friends are based on how many bikes were out front. So your homies were there because like you'd see all the bikes out front and you get super stoked.
Oh my God, Matt's out there.
And then what do? You got to go knock.
Yeah, you go knock and they're like, oh, is my friend here? And they're like, oh yeah, they're out back. And then you're like, all right, cool. And then you just go hang out with your homies.
That was the best.
Yeah, back in the day, dude.
We need to bring that around, bro. There's not a lot of that nowadays.
Yeah, what are we going to do? 3 grown-ass men, bro, just out there playing around?
Yeah, dude, in the cul-de-sac playing basketball.
It's too late now.
I'm gonna be like,
No,
hi.
You know how we
I want to play with you guys.
You know how we can bring it back now is because if we have kids,
There we go.
you just say
we
no.
do
We're
it
gonna
like
we're gonna
that,
go
yeah.
outside.
No, we're gonna go outside.
No,
we're
bro.
not gonna be on the iPad.
Like we did everything though. Like you name it, we did it. Like at one point, we all had motorized little vehicles. Like we were not like rich by any means, but we found a way to get it. So like my boys built go-karts when we were in middle school.
Like,
Okay,
like
you can't tell me you didn't have money or bread to do that.
Dude,
No,
because
you
know
can.
what
You
we
had to buy it
did?
off the
You know what we
lawnmower,
did?
like-
Because like, okay, back in the day, we would go to Aldi and we would wait for old ladies to get like to put stuff in their carts.
Yeah.
And when they did that, right, in order to get a cart at Aldi, you had to put a quarter. So it'd be
Exactly.
like, hey, we'll put your groceries away. You give us the quarter from the cart.
My boy was out here hustling.
So, yeah, so we just stacked up bread. And in middle school, like you would get for your birthday, you would get like $50,
and,
like a
shoveling
birthday
the
card,
snow
and
and
like
stuff like that, too.
shoveling snow,
Yeah.
bro. One day, it was me and this dude Dominique. He used to live on my block, and we went and shoveled snow and made $200 split evenly. So we each made $100, bro.
My boy was hustling, bro. All right.
So like, yeah, we were out here.
He was
bro.
out here making go karts and he was out here shooting videos at 5. All right.
Yeah.
So you had a dope childhood.
Yeah, like I experienced a lot. Like
Yeah.
and that's not to say that I took it for granted. Like I was spoiled. Like my mom never spoiled us. She would give us stuff, but we would have to work for it. Like you don't just get something.
Yeah.
Like you're like, oh, I want this. You don't love me. Nah. My mom was like, you don't need. What do you need that for? No.
Was your mom like that hardcore, like Hispanic,
Yeah.
like with an
Yeah.
accent?
Like everything.
Was she making the fire
Did
food
she
though?
have an accent though? Because that's when you know it's real.
Exactly.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
Can you give us a little bit of the accent?
No, man.
Oh,
It's not without swearing.
There you go.
My mom did not.
bleep.
Yeah, there you
my
go.
mom
Just
did not swear.
all
Like,
you're gonna hear is beep 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 beep
Yeah.
beep the whole time.
not the whole time, but just like the initial word.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah. There was like a lot of times where it was just like, you don't need, what do you need that for?
Yeah.
No. You want that? You can work for it.
Yeah.
You know? And so that's what we did.
What about like walking in your teenage years? How was that?
Teenage years, I was just a quiet kid. So until I become comfortable, I don't reveal like who I am.
Yeah.
Like I just stay quiet. I just stay in the background. People can talk all they want. But then like once I get comfortable, so like in the beginning of the school year, I'd just be in the back of the class or wherever I was sat, but I wouldn't say nothing.
Yeah.
And then as the year progressed, once I get towards like the middle of the year and I'm like more comfortable, I start to know people's names, I would say funny things and just get everybody cracking up.
Laughing. I was the opposite. I was like, pay attention to me. I'm funny. That was me.
that's
I wanted people to like accept me
Yeah.
to try
Yeah.
to be funny and
Were you like annoying? That annoying kid?
very annoying. Yes, I was so annoying. I think you know that I was annoying. When I was 16, I was annoying.
Oh, he was.
Dude, I was so annoying.
Bro,
to-
hold on. Tell him about the time you locked me out of my place.
Yeah, so look, this is funny. So the
did?
first time, yeah, bro, the first time
Eric and him were like best friends.
Eric
Yeah.
who?
Hilders.
Hilgers.
Okay.
No,
No,
but
so-
you guys were like best friends. So
yeah,
like,
we were like best friends.
He was like mentoring you, kind
It
of.
was actually my first day there though. That was my first day I
Really?
ever been there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember there were like, so basically there was like a attic kind of, yeah.
like a finished attic.
A finished
It
attic.
wasn't just a. There wasn't insulation everywhere, bro. It was a finished attic.
Yeah, it was
You're gonna
finished.
make me sound like
I'm sorry, it was a finished attic.
You're like,
but
whoa.
to get
Hey, we gotta have to.
to get to the attic, you had to go through the bathroom to
Yep.
up the stairs to the attic, and I don't know what I did, but I locked the door. And this guy had to
my room,
to his room, and he had to sleep in the bathroom.
bro.
Right?
No, I slept in the kitchen.
Oh, you slept in the
because
kitchen?
someone else, bro. Our house was literally like a home for people to sleep. Like we
Yeah.
had so many people, like home. I don't even know if they were homeless or whatever, but they would literally just be sleeping on the couch, sleeping over here, sleeping over there. I'm like, bro, what? I just want to go lay down. And I was working at Menards at the time, like a warehouse job. I would come home at like 2 a.m, bro. I'm tired.
He was so mad too.
The only thing I want to do is
This
go
was
to
the
sleep.
first time I ever met him.
Oh,
ever.
yeah, bro.
So he was like, man, what the heck, bro? And I was like, bro, I'm sorry. I'm Angel, by the way. How are you doing?
I was like, yeah, whatever. Let's get out of my room. I need to go to bed.
Yeah, he was so
tired.
annoying. I think one time like he was so annoying, bro, that I think I like put him on a headlock and I made him
we
cry,
almost got into
bro.
a fight. No.
that's mean.
I didn't cry. I was legit mad at you.
Yeah.
I remember that day. And
But did
I
you
walked.
cry because you were mad?
No, I walked away. I left, and you were like, bro, I was just playing. I was like, but I really was. I was so annoying. I don't know why. It's because you know why.
That's okay. You changed though, and that's a
I
good
did.
thing, man.
It's
That's
'cause
part
I
of
got
your
older.
testimony, bro.
I got older. But you know why though? Is because like I never had like you guys. I never had nobody like that. Like Jamie and Eric at the time and David. And it was like I literally like
I wasn't there
don't know.
though.
Yeah, but
Like I wasn't really around.
you weren't really there, but
Yeah.
you were a little bit. You were
Yeah.
like sprinkle a little bit.
I would always
yeah.
pop up every now and then. So
Yeah.
that's why we didn't become cool until later.
Yeah, low key. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, you remember that house? So we used to live in like, what is it, 4th and Union, right?
Yeah.
4th and Union. There's
on
it's
the
a
corner.
barbershop right there.
Yep.
And we owned the barbershop. We had a barbershop there, and then on the second floor, it was like our apartment.
Yep.
And then upstairs we had like another studio.
Yep.
Bro, isn't that crazy?
And
Just-
people would just come there, like literally would come be like, yo,
And just
Too
hang out.
Short,
Yep.
Lucas, Jeff,
Jeff.
Angel,
Greg.
Greg,
Yeah.
Ashley. Who else?
Um,
Cody.
Cody stayed with us for a little bit.
too.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Mario, what the heck?
Mario lived there.
Mario. I mean, we were literally running like a Hesed house.
Yeah,
Pretty
literally.
much, yeah.
And people
Like-
would just be there, just in and out. And
Yeah.
honestly, like,
And
it's-
then it would fall on us though, because it was always messy. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Bro.
the
yeah,
good
I
thing
remember.
is-
Honestly,
yeah.
now that I think about it, bro, y'all was some dirty. Y'all,
Hold on.
not dirty, but y'all
Don't put that on me.
No,
Don't put that on
Jamie
me.
was, but y'all low key the place, bro. When
No.
I remember going there, I was
No,
like,
bro.
there was like clothes around, everything.
Well, when you're running a petting suit, bro, what you expect?
Right, for real.
Yeah, I mean,
Bro, you guys literally,
Come
you
on. I'm
guys
sorry.
don't even keep
Yo,
all the.
I'm getting attacked. All right, I'm sorry. Okay,
That's a
dang.
farm, bro. Yeah, that's
Well,
a
I
farm.
don't take responsibility for none of that, bro. You came
No.
upstairs, my
Nah,
room was
low-key,
straight. Everything was in place.
like Jamie's section was just on point, bro. He had
Yeah.
his bed done, everything was organized. I was like,
Yeah, bro.
And then on Eric's side, it was just. I mean,
Dude,
Eric was
it
trying to be a
tornado.
rapper. I
It
mean,
was-
Eric is a rapper, but he was just like
Yeah.
up until like.
Oh
5
yeah, because
a.m.
you guys split.
Yeah, the room was
uh,
split in half. So I had my bed over here, his bed over here, and you could just tell the drastic personalities were
Dude.
so different.
Yeah, you're like organized to
Yeah,
yourself.
bro. I hate seeing mess. It drives me
And
nuts.
Mario was, man, he was wild, bro.
My boy Mario.
Yeah.
Yo, we're gonna have Mario.
Yeah, we're gonna have Mario on today.
Mario
he's
used
gotta
to
be on
walk around naked.
I don't
Literally,
remember that.
bro.
Really?
Oh Bro.
I wasn't there.
I remember. Nah, I don't
Mario-
even want to talk about it.
Okay, yeah, because
Yeah,
we
maybe-
have kids.
I
to listen
wasn't.
to.
I'm see. This is why I wasn't around.
Yeah,
Because I'm glad I didn't see that.
yeah. Jamie was to himself, man. He
I was
really
literally
was.
working.
That's when I started getting eye problems. That's why I do the
you
little
probably
twitching
saw-
thing like
yeah,
that.
you probably saw Mario.
I saw,
You were like, he's like, oh my god, please stop it.
I saw things in that house, bro.
Just kidding.
Yo, I saw things in that home, bro, that I should have watched.
Yeah.
Yo, can we take a time to acknowledge like how full circle this is? It's kind of crazy, bro. Like where we started, like
Oh,
in
yeah.
the house, bro, at the barbershop on Union. We're shooting
Yeah.
a podcast. You know what I'm
real.
saying? Like
Yeah.
I got a whole kid.
I'm just glad you executed it.
Man, I tried.
Because it was always like, oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. And I was like, okay, I believe in you.
I
You know,
know,
like,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
I also couldn't. Okay, a big thing to not to get sidetracked, but a big thing with creativity, right? Like as far as my thing, I will not help someone until I see them doing it.
Exactly.
Because there's no effort if I just come and give you everything.
Yeah.
There's no effort on your end. You know, if you're like, hey man, can you teach me this? Can you teach me that? Yeah, I can, but go buy a camera. Go buy a camera and show me that you want to learn and you want to do it and that you're inspired to do it. Because it makes, like, I think we do a disservice to people when we just take the reins and just let them regurgitate everything we tell them, as opposed to letting them
You gotta
find
work.
their true passion.
You got to
You know
put
what I
the
mean?
work in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was just another aspect.
Yeah, because you know what? Talk is cheap, man.
It is.
Talk
No.
without actions, for real. It's
And-
it's
And you know, it's so crazy. Like, I feel like, okay, so when I first started the podcast, James was kind of helping me out. And then, like, when I started putting the work in, like, I noticed that your tone was different. Like, you were kind of, like, more, like, helping me out. Like,
Oh, yeah.
And I think it's because you seen that I was serious.
Yeah.
You're like, all right,
It's
this
easier.
guy, this kid's really trying to put the work in. So,
yeah.
and-
After you make your first episode, I was like, all right, cool. Like, he's about it. And then when you asked me questions, I was like, oh, yeah, get this mic,
Yeah.
get this thing. You already have that. Oh, this little podcast thing would be perfect. You know,
yeah.
it's just easier to implement when you see that someone it has direction. You know, I don't want to spend my time giving all my energy to someone without direction, you know,
Yeah.
and it's, I could lead them, right? But I still feel like that does a disservice, because what if they want to be going a different direction and I think I'm leading them in the best direction that I know,
Right.
but that might not be for them. So I'd rather let them decide. And then when they need help, I just come alongside, kind of like how God does to us, right? Like, we go do our own thing, but he's still there.
Yeah.
But whenever we're ready, he'll come and like, oh, bro, I got you. Like, no, it's all good. Like, I get it. We went sideways. It's cool. I'll come back. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
and that's how I always want to be, especially with creativity.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to inspire people. So however I can do that, I haven't been like doing it, I guess, to the ability that I know that I can, but just in the sense that is the goal.
And that's like the main thing, because I'm not gonna be 100% like, you're the first person I thought of. I'm like, man, who's somebody I can go to that I know that knows this stuff. And I thought you, but I also didn't want to go to you empty handed, like, hey man, can you show me? Because
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean, like, it's just
yeah.
you're not putting the effort, you know what I mean? I don't
Yeah.
want to come to you, and like you
Yeah.
said, it's in the same way like
And-
how God works.
and I think as a creative too, bro, like if people are always coming to you, right?
Yeah,
They're-
that too.
I think
Yeah.
they're always I feel like sometimes they want to use a creative person all the time. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Instead of really getting to know them too. So I think that's annoying too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That people are always like going to you, just
Yeah.
what can you give me? You know what I'm saying? What
Yeah,
can you
yeah.
give me? And I know you had that experience with
Yeah.
like different churches and places like that.
Yeah, I think the other aspect that I'm learning now is like, I'm okay with people. Like, there's a line, right? You can ask me something and whatever, but there's a certain line that I won't, like, oh yeah, hey, I need you to help me with this. We can't put all the blame on the person asking, right?
Yeah.
We can also take responsibility for the fact that we can also say no. Do you know what I mean? Like, I could say no. Like, okay, they want to use me, but also I have to take responsibility
And
for the
that's-
fact that I can
dude.
say no.
So did you have a hard time saying no?
That's the
Like,
thing. I had a hard time saying no.
Me too.
And that's
That's-
my shortcoming. You know what I mean? And I needed to overcome that.
Yeah.
But in the same sense, like, there's a duality with everything. Not everything. I think very black and white. Like, there is no gray area, but everything has a duality. So like, yeah, you know, I wasn't gonna help you because I need to see you putting in the work. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because that's what I did. But also, there's like another aspect. Like, it just depends on the relationship. It depends on the person. There's a lot of little intricacies, because humans are so like
Complex.
intricate. Yeah, that we're so complex. Like, there's no way that I can pinpoint everything. But for the betterment of my own thinking, if
Yeah.
I just pretend that I know, oh yeah, these are the only two options. It's either this or that.
Yeah.
It's easier for me to process. But all that to say, everything is complex, and in the same sense, we still have to own the fact that we can say no.
I was gonna say, like, for somebody, like, because obviously you worked on that. What are some things that you practice to kind of like say no to people? Because like I deal with that, man. Like, sometimes like I don't want to say no because I feel bad. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And then you're going out your way for somebody, and you're like
Yeah, I know.
wasting your time.
I think that just comes based on the person who's asking.
Yeah.
And I also think that not every opportunity is a good opportunity.
Yeah.
I think it's just that simple.
That's true.
Every opportunity is not a good opportunity, but you need to outweigh the pros and cons to accepting this opportunity.
Right.
You know, is it going to take a lot of your time? Is it going to take a lot of your effort? Okay, but is the end outcome
Is it
worth it?
Right.
And if you're, you know,
You
if
kind of gotta be honestly, you kind of have to be a little bit of selfish in a way. You kind of gotta, like, you can't just be out here,
Yeah.
like, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying, giving out people stuff.
Yeah.
You
Sure.
gotta have something in return.
Yeah.
Because your time is valuable. And honestly, like,
Yeah.
like now that you said that, like, I honestly, I just bought a planner, and I'm about to have slots in
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
time, because
No, for sure.
I've noticed, bro, like, when you get into this stuff, I'm just dabbling. Like, I'm doing a podcast, but I got people hitting me up, asking me for advice, and I help them. I do. because like you helped me, but like you said, like you kind of have to, you gotta be wise with what you do and what your time and what you give people.
And for me, it's like, who are you investing? You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes if I know that I'm not gonna bear fruit with this person and they're joking around, this is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then I won't even go there.
Yeah.
But if I know that if I'm gonna invest in here and there's gonna be a profit, then I'll go for it. You know what I mean?
In a business aspect, like, is that how you think in a business?
Yeah, that's how I think. Like, I know I want to help you out with the podcast. Why? Because I saw potential in you.
Yeah.
And I would even tell Jamie, yo, let's help, Angel. This.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel like in the beginning, we didn't do it right away because I felt like you knew I was playing games.
Yeah.
I bought the mics and stuff like that, but it was just, I wasn't.
Sat in the closet for like a year.
But as soon as he's like, yo, I'm ready, boom, boom, he started buying things. I'm like, yo, let's shoot at my place. Let's shoot at the barbershop. Let me get the lineup together, you know what I mean, of people. Yeah. And that's when I was able to invest in him. Yeah. But I will not waste my time with something that I'm not gonna produce.
How do you
like fruit.
That's what I'm trying to work on. Like, what do you do to like say no to people? Like, how do you?
Well, Dave is better at that.
Yeah, I feel like.
Well, for me, it's just like I look at the person, right? I'm like, okay, I look at their lives, right?
Yeah.
Is this gonna produce good fruit? And because it's my time, right?
Yeah.
So if I know it's not going to produce fruit and they don't want to change, then I just don't even mess with them.
Isn't there something like in the Bible, like if it don't produce fruit, cut it from the stem or something like that? Or like,
see, now you're making up things.
I'm sorry,
context.
Lord. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
It's like pruning. It's like pruning, but that's different.
Yeah.
That's when something is taking life from you.
Oh, okay.
That's when something's taking away like actual like. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah.
Draining you, your energy.
Well, like if you're going to bear fruit and you have this other thing that's like a succubus on the side, leeching off of you, taking your life's energy, you know what I mean? Yeah. I'm not like, this ain't universe talk, so don't even go there. Yeah. This is like biblical. What I'm saying is like you have something that is taking energy away from you and that's not leading you to where God wants you. You need to cut that off.
Yeah. So real quick, I was going to ask you, what got you into like the photography and the videography? Like what kind of drove you to that, or like led you to start doing that?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I think it was just the natural response to not making money with music. Like I literally had to innovate. Like I tell people all the time, like,
was that your first dream? Like you wanted to make music?
Yeah, I wanted to make a music studio. Oh, that's where Lighthouse came in. It was going to be a music studio and an academy to teach people about sound and audio.
Oh, wow.
That was the original plan. But then it morphed. Yeah, but then it morphed from audio, realizing that audio was phasing out. Yeah. The need for a music studio was phasing out because technology was making it easier for people to do it at home. That doesn't mean that the music studio doesn't have its place.
And a lot of times with music studio, you get people that are like, whack, bro.
Yeah, you just.
You know what I'm saying?
You're wasting your time.
I remember.
No, it's a business, so.
Yeah. No, bro. So there's some dudes that will come there and try to freestyle trash, bro.
Yeah.
And when it comes to like music studios and stuff like that, I'm glad you didn't go that route.
For sure,
David's like, yeah, this one guy named Angel the Kid, trash, bro.
No. Bro, I think for me,
you remember that one guy that was rapping at the house, and he was.
Oh, I do remember.
I had to leave.
Bro, it was so bad.
He tried to rhyme the word mosquito. I was like, bro, really?
He was like, it bites like mosquito.
Stop,
As soon as he said that, I grabbed my stuff too, bro.
Yeah.
Because Eric was actually recording with him.
Yeah.
But Eric will lie to these guys and tell them like, yo, you're good, when they were completely trash, bro.
Yeah, see, that's where we're different. Because me, I will be like, don't even come and record. Yeah. Go get better. But it's hard because you're like, that doesn't create a place for growth. Because you're like, dang, you're saying I'm trash. And it's like, it's just because I have a. Okay.
It's not that you're trash. It's just, you're like more like recycle. You know what I'm saying? Like there has to be a process.
I think when it comes to like when real creatives, everybody is creative, right? Yeah. But there's like a select few of like people that I even look up to that I would consider creatives. There's a standard, and I get it. Everybody wants to say like, everybody gets a participation trophy. You know what I'm saying? But that does a disservice for the people who are in first place. If everyone's getting a trophy, first place means nothing.
My boy. Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. And I'm tired. I'm tired of people handing out, because then we lower the standard. Yeah. And it makes it easier. Everybody can be a part of this. I think that's great. But do not put that up against the greats. Yeah. Like, that's all I'm saying. Like, you're good, but you're like, you need to, it gives no room for you to grow either. Yeah. Because if I keep giving you a trophy, you're not going to want to get better. So I'm just that's when it comes to creativity, I'm tired of participating.
So I think that's why he didn't go down that route, and then he started messing around with pictures, right?
Photos.
And then you went to like videos.
Yep.
And you did some music videos too, like working with rappers and stuff.
You did some dope music videos.
How was that? Do you like working with rappers?
I do, but it just depends. Like, for me, it comes back to like how serious are they? One, what's the budget look like? Because like now we have bills. Yeah. All right, back then we didn't really have. We had like one bill. You know what I'm saying? So it was easier to take on different aspects of our creativity because those people didn't. There's no budget. You know, we just wanted to wake up and create. You know, and that's great. But now it's navigating it in a way where it's like, yo, we got bills and we got to pay those bills. And then we also need you to be on point too. So it creates like a standard again. But no, I didn't really enjoy working with like music videos because it sucks because you're not limited by, but budget does not limit creativity, but in a way it does. Yeah. Right? Because if I don't rock with you,
that's so true. That's crazy.
It's true though, because people are like, yo, I want this in my video. I want this. I want that. I want.
And you're like, okay, well, like, this is the price.
You're like, yo, if you want all this, but you're talking $500
video
budget. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're out here in the music video throwing money like you got it, and then when it comes out to the invoice, it's like,
that
bro, you know what I'm saying?
It's like
that's crazy.
You're not even like the hypocrisy too was like another thing that annoyed me because I'm like. You say this, but yet when it comes to pay your videographer, you're like, oh, bro, I only got $500. I'm like, well, you wasted the rest of my budget for me on that Bentley that you just put in the video.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
and you don't
I get it, man. Like, okay, here's something we have to understand too about.
I never got that, honestly.
Yeah,
For me, it was just frustrating because like I got one of my other buddies. He's Luca. He does film.
Yeah, he's dope.
And he would just tell me like stories about these dudes that throwing money, bro. You know what I'm saying? Got guns, this, and then when it comes on to pay them, they're like, oh no, like they're.
Yeah,
that puts you in a hard place.
I think.
I'm just saying, if you're really about it, pay like you're really about it. That's all I'm saying.
I think you just need to work that out in the front end because there's some people that I would work with for free. You know what I'm saying? If I see they're upcoming, they're dope, and they have really hard driven passion, I'm gonna come alongside that and be like, yo, I'm gonna try to give you something dope because I don't want creativity to be limited by budget, but at the same time it is because if I'm not rocking with, like if you wanted to make a music video, I would do everything above and beyond because I rock with you like that,
right? But
I'm not going to give that to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because then the value of it goes down because they think that, oh, because I did it for him, I'm going to do it for you, and if I do it for you, you're going to do it for him. And like limitation creates value. That's why Coach, Louis Vuitton, they slash their purses and burn them and throw them in the dumpster to keep the value high. I'm not saying that I want to overcharge for my work. I just want the value. And as I progress and I get better in my craft, I will raise my prices. But the problem is that I have a hard time charging my worth because I feel bad for people. And so that's why I work with people that I don't really want to work with because I feel bad. I let my heart get in the way. When it's a business move, it's not a moral move.
Bro, no, when it comes down to business, bro, you can't.
Yeah.
You gotta be.
I know. You gotta be kind of cutthroat. And it's hard for me because I always want to help people.
That's crazy.
You know? But to bring that around, we also have to look at if Dave has $100 and I have $500 and we're both gonna go buy something, right? For Dave, that thing is $50, right? For me, it's $250, right? We're both spending half of our money. So we need to look at what people are coming with their budget because for them, they only have $100. So for them, that's like $1,000, right? It's like
here's how.
But wait, no, I'm with you. Okay. I'm right with you.
Okay.
But if they can't afford you, they're not your client.
Yes.
You know what I mean? They're not my client.
Yes.
I'm like, you have to build that worth right now. Hey, yo, if I know somebody, this person, he could do it for that budget. Like he could do it for that. You know what I'm saying? But I understand where they're coming from. So I'm not so bitter in my handling with when they're talking to me, you know, about finances, like, bro, I only got $300. I'm like, yo, that's a lot for you. It's like I feel that like that's a lot for you.
And you're stuck in in the middle. You're like, it's like blurred lines when it comes to that.
And I don't want to be bogus because you got to remember too, like when people are bringing you their inspiration or their craft or their passion, that's like their baby. And when you say, I can't work with you, if you don't do that in a nice way, you could have just killed the next like the next big rapper or the next big person.
Wow.
But
That's crazy.
if it was easily killed, then they weren't really about it. Because if I killed your passion just by saying like I don't want to work with you, then it wasn't really real. But at the same time, I want to be mindful of that.
So, like for example, for like these dudes,
That's
like
good, bro. That's really good.
Like these
I never
dudes-
actually thought about it like that.
yeah.
For me, I'm just like straight to the point. Like, nah.
I need
like,
this.
No, I feel
I
you.
need this. I'm like, yo, you know what? I can't do that, but I know someone that can. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then I always try to point them where, let's say for haircuts, right? Somebody comes, how much you charge for a cut? $40. $40? That's a lot of money,
Yeah,
right?
right.
And
every
I'm like,
every time I tell people how much I pay for your haircuts, like my family members, the old heads,
Yeah.
they always say
Oh,
that.
yeah.
They're like
Flip out.
$40. I remember it was like $10 back in my days.
It was 89 cents.
So for me, I'm like, you know what? That's okay, right? Like, I'm not mad at you. You know, say that you want. I'm like, I know this other place that they're charging $15. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yo,
called Great Clips.
Yeah.
No way.
Hey,
What, dude?
Like, yo,
Hey,
you
round of
can.
applause for Great Clips. Hold up.
Yeah.
Round of
Great
applause,
Clips is
man.
killing it though.
I'm like, yeah, yo, go there. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
Yeah.
But like here, I have to charge this because
Right.
That's just
It's the
what I
quality
charge.
of the work. It's again, that's the
crazy.
same thing with
And then
the art.
I get these dudes, right? They're like, oh, you know, they want their beards done, they want the eyebrows, they want everything, and you say $40, oh, they get scared, bro. I get a mom, bro, from Oswego. They
Yeah.
bring me their little kids, bro.
Yeah.
I fade them up. How much is it? I charge the same for kids too, like,
Yeah.
and then the moms just boom, they pay for it and they tip me. You know what I'm saying? So like.
Yeah.
Your worth is out there. You just gotta learn
Yeah.
how to get it.
You just
know?
got to see the people who find your value.
Yeah. So know your worth and know that there's someone
Yeah.
out there willing to pay it. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
and that's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
And I think too, it's like you can't get caught up on being like, just be determined. You know what I'm saying? Be determined to find it.
Yeah.
Because when we're entrepreneurs or when you're tracing a craft, you literally have to bet on yourself. If you're not betting on yourself, the moment your mentality goes to, oh, I can't do this. There was many times where I was there and I had no money. In those moments when I was thinking like that, there was no clients coming. I wasn't hungry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because your mentality's not there. But if you're like, yo, all right, let's be realistic. I want to get one client a month. How am I going to do that?
Yeah.
Whether that's through networking with Dave, whether that's through trying to find different avenues, paying for marketing, whatever that avenue is, set a small goal. Like how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So let's start small, and then we work our way up to getting one client every weekend. Oh, now we're up to 4 clients a month. You know what I'm saying? So
I remember like having the conversation with you with the media stuff, and David's like, yo, would you run my media? And I remember I was like, yeah, $20 a month. You're like, nah, bro. And I was like, what? And you're like, 100. I'll pay you 100. I'll pay you 150.
Yeah.
And like you said, you see the value, you see my worth, and then
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
for somebody like in a business standpoint, they see that, you know what I mean, because they put those hours in.
Yeah, yeah.
Versus somebody that like, you know, not
Yeah,
really. They're
but-
just like, hey, bro, come on, like hook me up. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So-
yeah.
The money's out there. You just gotta know your worth. And sometimes, bro, you just gotta throw some crazy numbers out
Yeah,
there
yeah,
because you
for
never
real.
know
Yeah.
if someone's willing to pay
Dude.
that. So for me,
Oh,
for
man.
instance, if you were like, yo, run my social media and be like, yeah, bro, I'll do it for 400, right? In my mind, I was like, okay, I want him to do it,
Yeah.
but man, I'll give you 200, and then you're like, you start with
But-
$20, bro.
You're
like
my homie,
I feel,
though.
no,
They-
and
look, David,
Yeah.
you're my homie, and I look. This is how I look at it. It's an investment in you because we do the podcast together. People are gonna know the
Yeah.
podcast through
Yeah.
Good News, so it's like kind of I'm helping myself in a way.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
like,
oh,
nah,
so you're
bro,
really doing it for you.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Those are definitely homie prices.
No,
Oh,
for real. I'm just,
No, okay. I just wanna preface
because
that.
yo, Jamie does his dope videos, and people always ask me, "Yo, how much was that?" I can't tell them I paid
Yeah.
2 haircuts.
No, yeah, he
know what I'm
did,
saying?
yeah.
Hey,
$80.
so-
you tell them that they're gonna be watching YouTube videos,
So-
learn how to
Yeah.
cut hair.
So
And then-
I'm like, no, like you gotta go, and I always send them to Lighthouse Create.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I got you some good, like,
Oh, yeah,
you
for
know,
sure.
I
Yeah.
got him
No,
some
100%.
good customers, and
But I always looked at it as like kind of like not tithing, but kind of like giving back to God's people. You know what I mean? So for me, when I create for Dave, it's like, that's like what I would do for a family member. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like we're all a part of the same body. So it's like, yo, how am I gonna Like, how is, you know what I'm saying? It's like you have an itch on your back, right? You ask your hand to go itch it. So I'm like a member of that body. I'm just like, oh, yeah, I got you. You know what I'm saying?
But the thing too is that I gotta be careful too, because you're like my brother, so I always sign him up sometimes.
Oh, yeah,
or I'm
bro.
expecting from him without really asking him. So you can abuse that too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I did that the other day because there was this like there's this event happening, right? And I'm like, yeah, we'll do a video, we'll shoot it with the drone shot, and I'm selling this thing,
This big
You know what I'm
picture.
saying? This big picture. I'm like, yeah, what's up with the drone shot? And then this person gonna come, and then I go to Jamie like, yo, we gotta do a video.
And Jamie's
You know what
like,
I'm saying? And Jamie was just looking at me crazy, right?
Yeah.
But I think as your friends, man, you really gotta like, you know,
Yeah.
you gotta look out for them, and you gotta learn how to communicate.
Yeah.
Because then
Communication's huge.
I can be using you without wanting to, you know what I'm saying? But I can be like using you, and then you feel used, you know,
Right,
and then it hinders our work together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, relationship.
Well, also, like, I can say no, but then when I say that no, that can impact you a specific way. And you're like, bro, you're my boy. Like, why aren't you helping me? But he doesn't see it from my perspective.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of just communicating perspectives.
And I think when I did that, I was like, yo, I gotta have a conversation with him before I sign him up for stuff.
Yeah.
And say, hey, there's this thing right here, and then just paint the picture. Would you like to be a part of it? And then he can be like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna do it for the church. I'm gonna do it for the community. I'm gonna do it like this.
Yeah.
And then we go and do it. But then sometimes, you know, I'll just be signing.
It's just in the moment.
You
That's
gotta
all it
come
is.
with you gotta come with a blueprint. You
Yeah.
gotta be like,
Yeah,
hey
yeah.
man, this is what I want.
And I always been like that. Like I always have. I'm always been a hustler, right?
Yeah.
So in my mind, I'm always like, I'll try to like paint the picture.
Try to sell.
I don't know how I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I know I'm gonna do it. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. Same thing with the studio. He was like, get a little studio. I was like, no, I'm gonna get 2, 3, 4,
Yeah,
5,
yeah.
6. I got 6 studios down.
He,
you know
he
what I'm
did
saying?
it. He did it.
He did it, but you don't know the stress.
Yeah, that he put himself through.
and the things that I had to go through to be able to do that.
But
You know?
he was willing to endure it.
Yeah.
That's the biggest. What are you willing to endure? I know my limits. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't create when I'm not comfortable.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
Like if you don't create a space for you to like be comfortable enough to do what you love to do, like it's for instance, like whenever you find your passion, right? It's easy to do it depending on what it is, right? But for instance, if you're gonna do video, right? I need a setup. I need a dope setup to make it easy for me to hit record. Otherwise, I'm not going to be motivated to hit record because I'm not creating a space to be able to do that. But all I'm saying is, in regards to this, I knew that the environment that it required to get that studio space was not what I was willing to go through.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There was other finances that I wanted to put other places as opposed to that. But Dave like put himself, got it. Like he was more driven. So I was like, yeah,
And
nope.
that's why I feel like it's the difference between me and you.
Yeah.
Because like I just started doing the podcast, and I might be adding more workload to myself. And I was telling my fiance about it. I'm like, you think I should do it? Because I don't know. I don't want to lose the passion for it. And like that's literally what you're saying. And David's like, you can find time. You got it. But that's because you're that type of person.
Yeah,
you're the person that puts in the work. You didn't have nothing. Like I didn't either. We're kind of the same, but like it's different for you. For me, it's like this is brand new to me, and I love doing it, and I just don't want to lose that. You know,
because I think when you really want something, you'll make time for it. You know,
Yeah.
and
Sure.
that's just how it works. But
Yeah.
Jamie, I was gonna ask you another question, bro. So like, the process, right? Because people look at your videos and they're like, yo, that looks so dope, but they don't know what you had to go through in that process and that between. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
From when you first started in 2014,
13.
13
Yep.
to now, like that whole process of it, like, bro, tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, I think that goes back to establishing your value, right? A lot of people don't see all the work that you put in, so they're just like, oh, you can just do this. Like, oh, like some people actually devalue me based on my creativity because I can do everything. They're like, oh, well, we'll just pay you less because it's easy for you. You can just do it all, right? But Dave, I don't know if Dave told me this or somebody, but they were telling me about a story where an artist or Picasso was like at a coffee shop, and they're like, hey, you know, can you paint me a lighthouse? And Picasso does it in like 5 minutes, and he says that's $5 million. And they're like, what? You did it in 5 minutes? And he's like, but you don't know the years it took me to be able to do that in 5 minutes, right? So essentially, establishing value, they need to see the back end, right? But it's not you can't do that with every client.
Yeah.
You know, I can't sit here and explain to you my 10-year plan of how I became here and I went here and I sold this and I did that. And you know what I mean? I can't do all that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, look, I put in the time, I put in the effort to be able to do this in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
they don't see the late nights that you
Right.
stood up
So
and-
when I first started, right before I got into photography, before I even bought a camera, I was on YouTube at least 1 to 2 hours, or maybe even the rest of the night until I fell asleep, watching videos on cameras, how they work, how they operate, what is ISO, what is aperture, what is shutter speed, how are all those things intertwined to create a good picture. And then trying to find the best camera that can give me the most for my money. That's all I did. My first camera was like $175, right? And I made some dope photos out of that, but it's because I learned the technique before I bought the camera. You know what I mean? Like I was
Hey,
already...
you heard what he said? Learn the technique before you invest in something. That's real right there.
For real.
Learn the technique. Don't
But
just
that's
buy
just who
something.
I am, though.
Yeah.
But that's just how I am. Like, I want to know it inside and out, because how can I call myself a professional if I can't explain it to a second grader? Right? Yeah, if I can't do something so well to explain it to someone in like the most layman's, I don't know if that's the word, but just the easiest, the simplest way, right? If I can't do that, then I don't believe that. For me, I'm a master of my craft, right? Yeah. And then also, if I can't explain what I do, I just do it. Like, I don't know, how do I back up my value when I can't even explain to you why I'm that valuable? That just doesn't make sense. Yeah. You know, you can easily debunk that easily when you start throwing clients things like, oh, we're going to superimpose this on here. We're going to use a green screen, and then we're going to have that with After Effects, and we're going to, you know what I mean? Like, there's just a bunch of stuff that you can add value to your brand, to you, and look bigger, and just everything that you're capable of.
By the knowledge.
Yeah,
a lot of people could probably like just like phony their way in, right?
Oh yeah, 100%.
They'll just buy like a super good camera that already has presets. And
but that, like, see, I don't hate on them either. That's just the avenue that they chose to take. Yeah. Does it bother me? Yeah, because I feel like it devalues the craft. But I can't, like, I feel, okay, it's like weird because I feel like I have the right to hate. And people who put in the time have the right to hate. Because we're not hating because we don't know nothing. We're just ignorant and we're sitting on the sideline. We literally know everything about this craft. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, we literally know everything about this craft, and these people are coming in and they're just like swindling people. Yeah. Literally charging people an exorbitant amount of money that in turn like hurts the creative. Yeah. They don't realize it though, that it's hurting us because they're going out, they're charging people $6,000 and they have one camera and a gimbal. Is somebody willing to pay that? Okay, cool. But I would say that you got swindled out of your money, and it does a disservice to the true value of what we bring to the table.
You got to put the time
And so, I'm going to hate. I'm going to be like, no, bro, you're trash. I won't say that to them, but like behind closed doors, I'm going to be like, yeah, that dude sucks. Like, I would just lead people away from that because I know they can get more for their money.
And like,
but again, that's subjective, right? But it's annoying that it's subjective because, like, it just does a disservice for the creative.
Yeah. And that's like when I was telling you about how like I wanted to do the video editing and stuff like that. I was like, I don't want to just do it. Like I told you, like I want to know what I'm doing. I was like looking into classes and taking classes and doing different stuff like that because, like you said, I don't want to be swindling these people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to like just waste people's time. Like I want to know what I'm doing and I want to invest the time.
And at a point though, I can't blame the buyer, right? Because the buyer is ignorant. They don't know. They don't know what they're purchasing. They just think they know. Yeah. And if they see the value, then they'll pay it. But if they came to me, I'll be like, yo, you got taxed. Like, straight up. Like, that's bogus. Like, let's say, for instance, in Dave's situation, right? Let's say somebody paid $60 for a haircut. They come back. Their line is jacked up. They just use enhancements to fix all their mistakes. Dave's like, how much did you pay for this cut? And they're like $60. Yeah. And they're like $60. Dave's like, dang, bro, I need to be charging $60 now. Yeah. So that's another reason why people charge more, because it's like, man, if people are out here swindling people, and then it hurts the buyer. So by the buyer being ignorant and not doing their due diligence, they're actually hurting themselves because now they're gonna be, you know what I'm saying?
Do your research before you do something. Before you're gonna spend money on something, do your research.
Yo, that's so good, bro.
That's all I'm saying. But I think, okay, so back to, now we came around full circle. Now back to putting the time into your craft, right? Yeah. So I spent every night learning about color science, learning about color temperature, lighting. Lighting is so key, and everyone says that, and I'm kind of tired of seeing it on YouTube, but it's like, bro, lighting is so important, but it's simple and it's not, right? Yeah. It's like, so it is that simple, but at the same time, there's limits to everything. Your phone can only do so much.
Yeah.
My camera can only do so much. And then once I get into the cinema camera world, there's limits to that too. We keep pushing the boundaries as technology grows. But all that to say, like, it is simple, but you just need to learn. You got to learn. You got to learn the techniques. You got to put the time in, and then your value comes after.
For somebody that wants to get into video editing or just photography, what would you say to them? Just work on your technique. Learn how to use these different equipment, or
the way that I went through.
Go ahead. I would say more than that. I would say not just like in the media, but just as a creator.
Yeah.
You know,
as a creative.
I feel like there's different kinds of creators out there, and like, what would you tell them? You know
to start.
Besides, like, just like start now. Like it's just different for each person. It depends on their personality. It depends on who they are. I can't just tell somebody do XYZ and you'll get XYZ. It doesn't work like that, right?
No, but I think there's some things that they can do. I think for you,
fundamental stuff for sure.
So I would say like doing your research on your craft. Sure.
That was big for me.
Yeah. And then relationships, I think, is a big one, because I think a lot of relationships will help you to open the right door. You know?
To get to that next level.
I think the biggest thing for me, I can only speak on what I did, right?
Yeah.
So I learned the technique. I implemented the technique based on my budget, and then I started using my budget, right? When you don't have a lot of money, it forces you to be innovative, right? So like I don't know how to explain it, but like a limit of budget creates room for innovation, right? So like I now had to find ways to use lighting to get the shot and get the things that I wanted out of my camera that only cost $175, but it's putting in the work to make that. So now when you have a better camera and you just learn how to do it on a $100 camera, now you have this super good camera, it's going to be even easier. So all I'm saying is really just learn your craft, perfect it. But I'm a perfectionist, so that might not be the same route for somebody else.
Right.
Other people, it has to get done. It doesn't have to be perfect.
Yeah.
And they perfect along the way. Look at The Simpsons. If The Simpsons waited for them to have what they have right now, we would never have a Simpsons. They put out their first video and they perfected it as they went.
And I think that's what we're doing too with the podcast.
Yeah.
Honestly, like in a way.
I mean, look at our first one. Our first 4 podcasts were trash.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We had no video, no nothing.
It was there was no. But now it's like now we got video. Now we got this really cool background. Now we got we got
microphones.
Also, should I tell them or should I wait? We might get a space, guys. We might get an actual space where the podcast is going to be shot at.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That's stay tuned for that.
That was supposed to be a surprise, bro. And, okay, here's the thing. Sometimes sometimes you just do it, and then you know what I mean. Because something might not happen.
I'm not that type of person, because you guys put in the time to listen to us, and I feel like they need to know.
Yeah.
They spend their time listening to us, and I think it's important. Why not applause?
Yo, I want to ask you, because I know, I want to ask you one last question. So, where can people find you if they want to look for you?
Oh, yeah. So you can either find me on Instagram through Studio. I just made the link now, so I got to remember. It's studio514.create. And that's our Lighthouse Studios
I'll
page.
put the link
so you can
YouTube.
just follow me there. We did a rebranding, and there's some of my work there as well. So you can find me on there. That's where I am mostly.
And what about Instagram?
Yeah, that's on Instagram.
Okay.
That's that at studio514.create.
Okay.
And then who is one person that you kind of like look up to and that really helped you to be where you're at right now?
It's like myself.
Yeah, for real.
Hey, let's go.
No.
Real.
Well, there's people in my life that all influenced where I'm headed, right? I had mentors or friends in different areas that helped me grow, right? But overall, there was never like one person that I just kept looking at. Like, oh, I want to be like them. Or I didn't have role models. I just saw what I wanted to do. And I picked and pulled from every single creative that I saw that I liked. And I took all those things and I implemented it in my own way. So there wasn't really somebody that was like, oh, because of them. I had so many influences in my life because of everything that I did, right? I was a skateboarder. Who influenced me to skate, right? My friends at the time. And then I started skating, and then I started looking at professional skaters. Rodney Mullen was like my favorite skater, right? He's like the godfather of skateboarding. Then let's look at art, right? Art. Honestly, I love graffiti. So graffiti spearheaded like all my art creativity and graphic design, all that, right? Yeah. And then you go into music, audio, right? The greats. It was just hip hop, everything. My sister used to literally listen to Bone Thugs and Harmony, and she'd be in her room with the CD playing, and it's like boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? And like and she would rap every single verse. You know what I'm saying? When I was a kid. Yeah. And so hip hop was a big influence on me, right? And then I got into a phase where I was like, most of my friends like rock was taking a big, POD and all that, but there was still like hip hop elements in the rock, right?
Like
so like Linkin
alternative.
Park, Linkin Park, and then Gorillaz was huge.
Oh man, they're fire.
You know what I'm
they're
saying?
Slept on, dude. They're so slept on, bro.
Bro, for real, they were. Bro, that was my joint. So then you go into what is the other thing? Photography. Yeah. I don't even know who influenced me in photography. I just watch reviews. So there's this dude named Kai, Kai. I think he's Chinese or.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the dude, the bald guy.
No. He's just an Asian dude. He has glasses, and they were on a YouTube channel called Digital Rev. And all they did was review cameras, and I just watched all their stuff. And I was just learning about cameras, how this does this, why does it work that way, right? And so when that helped me in photography, he showed me how to take photos. He said, you got to look at your shutter speed. This affects it that way. ISO affects it this way. And then aperture affects this. So each thing was already given to me in that aspect, right? And then now we go into video. And honestly, it started with Peter McKinnon, but before that, it was vlogs with Casey Neistat. Okay. So I saw Casey Neistat.
I don't know any of these guys. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, Casey Neistat is like one of the big.
What about Cole Bennett?
He made vlogging.
Do you like Cole Bennett? Or?
I don't know who that is.
Cole Bennett.
I know who you're talking about. That blogger dude, right?
Yeah,
with the nose,
with the sunglasses. Yeah, and he rode the boosted board in New York. Yeah, no, I don't know him, but I know he's super dope, and I think he went to Yorkville High School.
Yeah, he's from Chicago.
I thought he went to Yorkville.
Yeah, no, he did go to Yorkville.
Yeah, but I actually went to that school too. We probably were in the same high school.
That's crazy.
Let's go.
I want to say one thing, man. You definitely inspire me, bro. I do look up to you, and whenever I look at how I want to structure everything, I think about you. You're like the first person, so I want to give you some of that. You are inspiring people out here. You definitely inspire me.
Yeah.
I don't know about David. He just cuts hair, but yeah.
No, but here's the thing, bro. I want to tell you too. Like you have helped me a lot, and the thing too with Jamie is that we're gonna bring him in the podcast. Like I don't want him to be a guest. You know what I mean?
No, he's just gonna be. He's one of the homies.
Jamie can just walk in whenever he wants to, and it's gonna be okay. You know what I mean?
We did not plan this or anything. Jamie, he's just one of the guys. You know
he didn't get questions. So we just thank you for being here, Jamie, man. We appreciate you, bro. And we got more questions, but we'll do it for phase 2.
Yeah, phase 2. Yeah, part 2.
And we're definitely gonna have you on again. And like I said, man, you're inspiration.
That's what's up, man.
And just thank you for when I reached out, you helped me out, and we honestly we wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for Jamie. He helped me out.
Let's give it up for Jamie, man.
Yo, round of applause.
What episode is this?
Episode 10, bro. We're on episode 10, dog.
Yo, come on,
dude,
man.
Episode 10. Hey, real talk, though. I just want to show you love, bro. I appreciate you, man. And,
pay me.
I want to appreciate you. I want to appreciate you.
Talk is cheap, man. You know what I'm saying? People appreciate you, man. Appreciation's not gonna pay this electrical bills right here that we got going on.
Yeah, and I'm gonna pay you. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Hey, thank you guys so much for watching this and. All right, I'm done.
Yeah, and appreciate you guys. Tune in. We have some big stuff coming. New setup, new all the above. Your boy's trying to get better with the videos. You know what I'm saying? Put in the work. Go. I might call Jamie a couple of times. We'll see, okay? But love you guys and peace.
Peace.